Right now on Caps 13 News. The city of Pittsburgh hosts the annual Food and Culture Fair, and a Pittsburgh group stages foam-based battles on the PSU campus. Plus, the PSU women's basketball team heads to the NCAA tournament. All that and more on this edition of Caps 13 News.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of Caps 13 News. I'm Noah Mansour.
And I'm Michaela Joins. Pittsburg State hosts an event celebrating dance across cultures.
And the Bicknell Family Center for the Arts hosts a statewide singing competition. But first, faculty and staff at PSU were able to stay informed about higher level legislative issues thanks to a town hall session hosted on campus. Pittsburg State's Sean Nacarado, the university's Director of Government and Community Relations, led a follow-up legislative town hall to transfer knowledge to the local community about things happening at the state level in Topeka. Alongside state lobbyist Riley Scott, the two hammered out current events that are pertinent to the campus life at PSU, such as the revenue challenge that has been evident in the state lately. However, increases from projected revenues have been consistent for 3 months now. What the state of Kansas does next with the revenue bill will dictate what cuts could come for higher education. But Nacarado says he is optimistic that no cuts will come for fiscal year 2017. President Scott got up and explained that during his trips to speak in Topeka, he saw a lot of inexperience in the legislature, but also a lot of commitment to get things done. As well as budget, Nacarado noted that only one House bill still stands that would permanently exempt college campuses from concealed carry.
Governor Mitt Romney was the second guest speaker of the annual H. Lee Scott Speaker Series, an examination of American life, at the Bicknell Center on February 28th. After the governor gave his introduction speech, Lee Scott, the man who established the series that hosts his name, sat down with Romney on stage for a question and answer session. Scott was able to interview Governor Romney on several topics, including politics, business, and family life. The Speaker Series at Pittsburg State University was created in 2015 to deepen the level of discourse, enrich the university experience, and elevate the university's reputation by examining American life from the perspective of nationally prominent leaders and innovators. Romney touched on several global events, shared his disappointment in the lack of civil political discourse in our country, emphasized on American greatness, and spoke on leadership qualities. Romney followed up last year's speaker, Bill Clinton.
The PSU Department of Health, Human Performance and Recreation and the College of Education hosted their second annual dance showcase on Monday at the Bicknell Family Center for the Arts. Nearly a full house of spectators showed up to the Bicknell Center to watch 39 performances by dance studios, teams, and organizations from all around the region. With ages ranging from 3 to early 30s, the event was highlighted with grade school, junior high, high school, and college students showcasing their best performances. A total of 320 performers were on stage, and Janice Jewett, one of the production directors, saw it as an amazing opportunity to showcase the region's talent.
The dance showcase is just a way for us to highlight area talent. Our Southeast Kansas is pretty rich in dance, and so is the region. So we have people from Joplin, from Carthage, from Pittsburgh, several dance studios from here in town, and then our own students who are in our dance minor program are featured in this event as well. So we're just trying to bring awareness that dance is pretty awesome, and that it's a great thing to be involved in, either as a dancer, a performer, or as a spectator, an audience member.
The showcase was also able to successfully advertise the recently implemented minor in dance and certificate in dance offered here at PSU.
Southwest Kansas wildfires continue to scorch fields of grass in ranch and farming communities. More than 650,000 acres of land has burned, with the majority of the damage being in Clark County. The fire blaze continues to set state record for the most widespread single fire, and around 2,000 firefighters are continuing their work to contain and stop the fires. The fire risk is predicted to ease the rest of this week, but returns Sunday, March 12th, when the winds pick back up.
The City of Pittsburgh and Pittsburg State University teamed up to hold a multicultural event on Saturday. Hanbi Lee has the details.
On Saturday, Memorial Auditorium and Convention Center was crowded due to a lot of people are gathered. At the same time, PSU international students from diverse countries were also busy with preparing and moving foods. Some of them were wearing their traditional clothes. It was for the Food and Culture Fair. People who came to the event could go inside with the entry fee, and if they want to try food, they need to buy a ticket with the extra fee. People can experience other countries, trying food and watching their clothes that students wore and accessories displayed at the center. Students from various countries like Taiwan, Korea, India, Yemen, and Kazakh prepared traditional food to introduce to others. People exchanged their thoughts and experiences each other during the events. I met a Korean Students Association member and asked what this event is and how does she feel.
I like to introduce our Korean traditional food, so it was like a good chance. It was very fun to sell a lot of stuff to many international friends, so it was very interesting.
Students also introduced their performances. And I got an interview from Alex Ortiz on this event.
I think this is a really successful event. It brought a lot of the community members together and everyone to join together.
It was an enjoyable event for everyone who joined the event. For the international students, it was a good chance to introduce their food and culture. For the local people, it was a good chance to experience it. From CAPS 13 News, Hanbi Lee.
Coming up, an area group does battle for recreation.
And we profile a West Elk graduate living his dream in radio. Keep it right here.
CAPS 13 Sports works tirelessly to bring guerrilla athletics to your living room. But when the university heads heard about the lice epidemic spreading into the area, they elected to bring in an expert.
Good luck, man.
Oh, hey, what's up, Doc? Is everything okay?
Welcome back. This week in Around the Town, we check in with the group meeting on Pittsburg State's campus. And when they get together, the foam flies. CAPS 13's Brandon Norton has more.
Daggerhair is a lesser-known live-action roleplay, or LARP for short, and does full-contact swordplay. Keegan Brown, a member for 5 years, explains some of the rules for the sport.
As far as the rules go, safety is rule one. It is a full-contact sport. We put it up there right next to soccer, football. Those are the kind of injuries you'll sustain doing said sport. You know, strained muscles. The worst case scenario is I've seen a guy break a finger. I think that's the worst actual injury I've ever seen. Our weapons, though, are different people use different material for the core of the weapon, but all of the weapons are covered in several layers of squishy foam, which allows you to hit each other full contact, and it doesn't really bruise, it doesn't break bones. I mean, it allows for hours of fighting before people finally get tired out and ready to just call it a day.
Though a male-dominated sport, some women do battle as well. Diana Binton explains some of her experience with her male counterparts.
It's actually pretty interesting. The guys at first try to take it really easy on you because they're so scared to hurt you.
The Pitt State Daggerhair group prides itself on camaraderie and having fun.
You have fun, and the camaraderie is just amazing. it's really, it really brings people together. People that I've known that you wouldn't expect to get along.
Having some spare time, I took part in some of the battles they had and really enjoyed them. There are also many events that happen throughout the year. This group is preparing for one of their largest in April. For Caps 13 News, I'm Brandon Norton.
The group continues to meet every Sunday around 1 o'clock, welcoming all who wish to participate. Pittsburg State hosts a unique statewide singing competition on Saturday, March 11th. The first annual Barbara Rondelli Kansas Statewide Classical Voice Competition will run from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Bicknell Family Center for the Arts. At 4 p.m., a winner's concert will begin. The event is open to the public at no cost. Rhonda and her husband, Richard R. Perry, established the competition with a gift to the university. Rondelli is a PSU alum and internationally recognized lyric soprano.
As area high school basketball teams head to their respective state tournaments, one West Elk High School graduate is hard at work behind the scenes to ensure local residents stay connected to the action. Caps 13's Tyler Dara has more.
Hey Coach, can you hear me? Check, 1, 2.
Any given Monday through Friday, if you're looking for Heath Atkins, you are likely to find him at the ESPN 100.7 studios in Pittsburgh. Atkins is responsible for helping the sports broadcast run smoothly each and every Tuesday and Friday.
Well, a vast majority of what I do here at the station is I board up, like you see in front of me, and basically all I do there is I get people who are calling into the station to produce a game, give a play-by-play.
Atkins, a proud Southeast Kansan, does not have roots in this part of the country, but spent most of his young life here.
Well, I was born in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I spent a couple of years there, moved around quite a bit in the meantime, and then afterwards I ended up, for a lot of my elementary school education, I went to Fredonia.
Atkins' help and responsibilities extend far beyond what he wanted to brag about on camera. His co-worker, Rob Strand, shed some light on what all Heath can do.
It's great to have Heath as an employee here. He's a utility guy. He's able to do coaches interviews, do some play-by-play, also color for the games that I've done. Also the cameraman does an outstanding job, great personality, and
but with all those duties, Atkins is quick to say what his favorite thing is.
Well, my absolute favorite is play-by-play, and I don't get to do it a whole lot. Like Rob said, I'm pretty new here at the station, so a lot of the veterans take priority over me as far as play-by-play goes.
You can find Atkins on ESPN 100.7 FM in Pittsburgh. For Caps 13 News, I'm Tyler Dara.
Coming up, the Pittsburgh State women's basketball team heads to their NCAA tournament regional in Arkansas.
Plus, action from the championship games at the MIAA tournament in Kansas City. Cameron Molina has your Caps 13 sports update right after this.
It took a lot for me to get here. Why would I mess it up by drinking and driving?
Welcome back with your Caps 13 Sports Update. I'm Cam Molina. Kansas City bolstered its reputation as a college basketball mecca last week as Municipal Auditorium once again hosted the MIAA basketball tournament. Let's begin by checking out the highlights for the Pittsburg State women as they took on Lindenwood. It was the matchup no one really anticipated, the 1 seed against the 9 seed. Pittsburg State earning the outright conference title for the first time since the 1991-1992 season. It would be the Young Guns from the Lady Lions and Lindsay Medlin as well as Callie Bender against Michaela Burgess and the Gorillas. Early on, junior guard Sarah Ross will do my best impression of Chris Berman as she stumbles and bumbles all the way to the rack. Lindenwood up early by 4, but a quick trifecta schwack by Michaela Burgess was able to bring the Gorillas within 1. But then Athena Alvarado on a follow-up attempt misses. Lady Lions, you have to box out Hayden Herlocker, smallest player on the floor, and puts it back up to tie it after 1 quarter of play. 3-point lead early on for the Gorillas in the second quarter. Paige Lungwich, the senior. Beautiful move down low on the post. She spins for the finish. The other senior for the Lady Lions, and Alex Haley able to can a deuce to be able to give the Lions just a slim deficit heading into the second half of action. Then the freshman, Callie Bildner, went to work down low on the post. She had 10 points in the contest. Medlin misses her first attempt, but Bildner right there. Callie the Bildner, can she fix it? Yes, she can. Brings Lindenwood within 1. Pittsburg State up to Madison Northcutt, trying to seal the deal in the fourth quarter of action. But Lindenwood tied with the Gorillas with 7 seconds left. Burgess trying to work her magic, but a foul. 3.8 seconds remaining in the ball game, and the senior will send Jerica Butler to the free throw line as she nails the free throw. There would be 1 second left on the clock. The runner does not go, and it is a humongous upset as the Lady Lions, for the first time since entering the MIAA in 2012-2013, get their first victory in Municipal Auditorium 64-63. Alex Haley with 15 points. She and Medlin combined for 30 total. Burgess with 16 points of her own, shooting 75% from behind the arc. The men's championship game, the number 1 seed at Northwest Missouri State University Bearcats taking on Central Missouri. The Mules looking to knock off the Bearcats, who had claimed the championship and the crown last year. Ben McCollum, head coach of the Bearcats, wanting that repeat. Early on in the ball game, here's the junior Spencer Reeves dive bombing into the lane for a quick lay-in. Mules wanting to go ahead and take this game, but Justin Pitts, he is a magnet for the defense. He finds the German hammer. And Chris Abu Indow, you can't leave the angry German alone as he ties it up. Bearcats and Mules at 11 apiece. But Justin Pitts with a filthy runner. You have to keep in mind, he's 5'9", but he's able to operate inside the lane. As we head towards the end of the first half, it's Anthony Woods propelling the Bearcats to nearly a double-digit lead. Bearcats, when they were up heading into the second half, are 23-0 on the season. Freshman Ryan Welty, straightaway trifecta, puts the Bearcats up 15. Midway through the second half of action, and Justin Pitts just want to put this baby to bed. Rockabye says Pitts once more. Ryan Welty, as he gets it from Chris Abu Indow, wanting to send his team into the locker room. He gets it, but first they have to earn their trophy. Northwest Missouri earns back-to-back MIAA men's championships, winning 69-61 over the number 2 seed in Central Missouri. Justin Pitts, 26 points. Northwest will host the first round of the Central Region in the NCAA tournament as the number 1 overall seed. 3 seed versus 5 seed. UCO trying to beat ESU, who has won 4 consecutive MIAA Women's Championships. Olivia Mason, the senior forward, cannot hit the three-pointer. Here's Jashawn Cooper, the towering 6'5" forward. Mason with a few more attempts. This would be the motif throughout the ballgame. Stingy defense and great rebounding. We head into the second quarter. Late action. Here is Mason once again. Mason with a couple of sisters on the team, and she wants to put on a show for the family. Able to schwack it from way to the outskirts past Municipal, maybe even from Kansas City, Kansas. Now we head into late third quarter play. Kelly Moulton Julianing the defense as she is able to tie up the ball game heading to the third quarter. Late fourth quarter action. Catherine Flott, she does not skip leg day. Look at that squat form. Look at it. That puts Emporia State up 6 points. Flott hits the free throw, and Emporia State 5 consecutive MIAA Women's Basketball Championships. Moulton 15 points, Flott nearly with a double-double. What a splendid performance. Congratulations to Jory Collins girls. Now the Pittsburg State's baseball team delves further into conference play this week, following a stunning victory against one of the best clubs in the nation in Central Missouri. Versus the Mules, Pittsburg went 1-2. However, earned a shocking victory in the team's second clash, 13-6. In the victory, junior right fielder Andrew Vogelbaugh hammered a homer in the matchup and ultimately batted 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 3 runs scored. The Gorillas ready themselves for a 2-game conference series against Missouri Western. 97 wins, just 3 away from 100, and that is where he will stay, as Pittsburg State University headsman basketball coach Kevin Muff resigned from his post Tuesday morning. Muff, the 2015 MIAA Co-Coach of the Year, led the Gorilla Club to a tournament championship 2 seasons ago. That squad was the lowest seed to ever win an MIAA tournament title with the 5th seed. Muff compiled a 21-35 record his last 2 seasons, including a career-worst 5-22 this season. Muff said in his press conference, "I am ultimately grateful to the Pittsburgh community and the university for everything they have done for my family." End quote. His daughter, Taylor, attends Pittsburgh High School and is set to graduate this year. Finally, PSU softball club and coach Elizabeth Economont continue to excel as the club resides with a 14-6 record. The softball Trope stole 3 of 4 games from Upper Iowa during the February 25th and 26th doubleheaders. Conference play is now on the docket for PSU as the Washburn Ichabod seek to defend home territory today, and the Emporia State Hornets will attempt to combat PSU in a doubleheader on Friday, March 10th. And that's it for our Caps 13 Sports Update. Coming up, Nick Bartelli visits the Pinamani Fitness Center in our Health and Wellness segment. And Brent Martin shows us how to take a day trip on a budget. Stay tuned.
I've got a lot of things on my mind. Some things might make you laugh, some things might make you cry, some things might even compromise national security. Why is the internet so obsessed with cats? Hashtag dogs are better. Sorry, but it's true. I can't wait for my trip to Vegas this week, and hashtag Friday can't get here fast enough. Have a nice trip. I hate my job. My boss is such a Oh, crap.
Welcome back. This week in Health and Wellness, Nick Bartelli takes a look at a way for the Pittsburgh area to keep up on their New Year resolutions.
That is, if anyone still has his or her New Year's resolutions intact.
Hey guys, this week for Health and Wellness, we look to group fitness classes, a way of maintaining your personal health that is widely going across the nation. One local gym, Pinamani Fitness Center, offers a wide variety of classes to help get you back in shape. Pinamani Health Center is located by Via Christi Hospital and is home to the only tech gym in southeast Kansas. The 26,000 square foot facility features equipment with monitors that personalize your workout experience and connect to your phone. What people really value with their membership is the over 80 fitness classes the gym offers throughout the week. Kendall Vandervoor is a fitness instructor as well as a PSU student who enjoys training other people to be more physically healthy.
I teach a number of classes consisting of resistance and strength training, combined with bursts of high-intensity interval training. The high-intensity interval training is usually included to get the heart rate up, get your body moving, get your blood flowing. People will leave the classes usually with an uplifted attitude, satisfaction of burning out their muscles, and they leave sore, but they leave happy.
Many PSU students take advantage of the classes here because the gym is so close by.
I'm a Pitt State student and I love coming to Pinamani because of the atmosphere and the group fitness classes. I have a 2-year-old son, so I like that I'm able to bring him into the daycare here. You can wear tank tops, you can't wear tank tops at the rec.
I had to see what the classes were all about for myself, so Pinamani was kind enough to let me jump in on one of their afternoon classes. There you can see me on the right taking a pure strength fitness class from instructor Sonny Stipp. I happened to be the only guy in the group that day, but it was probably fitting for my physical level. So you can get an idea of how legitimate these workouts are, Sonny Stipp explains the benefits of a class like Pure Strength.
Pure Strength is a total body exercise focus class.
So if someone wants to come on Monday versus Wednesday, it's going to be total body either day, not just arms or legs focused. We have a total of anywhere from 10 to 15 people that usually take the class on a regular basis. A lot of them come in for the social atmosphere of it too, which is very important as far as your well-being. The class focuses, we'll do a little bit on the floor, from bridges to crunches. We may do squats, lunges, burpees, but it's more medium to high intensity.
My favorite was probably the donkey exercise, and I was happy keeping up with the lady next to me on those. So now that you've seen my poor form and lazy self hit the gym, I think it's good enough proof that you can do it too.
If you've never been a member to a gym before, or are very scared by the thought of going to a gym to exercise because you don't know what to do, the Age Well class is great for the supervised exercise that you're provided while you're there. Someone is always with you.
Pinamani Fitness Center also has active aerobics taught by PSU's Janice Jewett, Tabata, body combat classes, and a lot more. You can follow Pinamani Fitness Center on social media and sign up online or in person. Get active and think fitness classes this spring. Nick Bartelli for CAPS 13.
Thanks, Nick. Well, before we wrap up the show, let's check in with another Pittsburg State student media outlet.
Charles Ault, the editor-in-chief of the Collegio, joins us. Charles, what can we expect in the paper this week?
We've got a great paper this week, 16 full pages. On page 1, we'll discuss the recent outbreak of mumps that's been afflicting Crawford County, as well as we'll also look into this week's Apple Day celebration and take a continuing look at prescription drug abuse on campus. A little bit further in, we take a look at a piece of PSU history as we examine the reaction to the 1920s Scopes monkey trial before we begin to look into sports and our second section with coverage of women's basketball and their close loss to Lindenwood, as well as the softball and baseball teams. And then on the back page, we'll end up wrapping up with a nice review of Logan. Back to you.
All right. Sounds good, Charles. I appreciate it. We'll make sure to pick up this week's edition. And well, finally today, many Pittsburg State students make use of the quick drive north to enjoy Kansas City.
Sometimes it can be a little tough for students to see the sights on a budget. In this week's How-To segment, Brent Martin takes a look at the way to make a trip memorable while spending the least amount of money.
Some students, like me, can't afford to go on expensive trips to the Gulf of Mexico every year for spring break. A good way to supplement vacations like that is to take smaller weekend trips. And a great place for Pittsburg State students looking for a quick drive and memorable experience is Kansas City. Only a 2-hour drive from Pittsburg, Kansas City offers a lot to do for little money. One great place to check out is the Crossroads Art District, home of the Kaufman Center for the Performing Arts. This is one of the first buildings you'll see when heading downtown. The building is beautifully designed and fits right in with all the art around it. Right across the street is the Grand Ballroom at the Kansas City Convention Center. The Art District lives up to its name. There's art everywhere you look, and on the first Friday of every month, artists in the area show off what they've created. The art theme is kept all throughout downtown Kansas City. The attention to detail is spectacular. In the most unsuspecting places, you'll find a cool statue, like this dog and turtle, or this creepy finger creature. Just walking through downtown and taking in all the sights is a great time. Some may not like walking as much as others, but if you go and just enjoy the view KC has to offer, you can have a fun and cost-efficient trip. If you go for the day, all you really need to pay for is gas and food. If you're willing to spend a little extra money, Kansas City has a lot of great restaurants. Also, they have tons of theaters to see concerts or plays at. If you're into art and enjoy walking through big cities, the Kansas City Crossroads and downtown are great and inexpensive places to go and explore. Brent Martin, CAPS 13 News.
Well, I've been to Kansas City numerous times, but I do kind of wish I took Brent's advice before I had gone there.
Well, Noah, if you are looking to spend some money, I've heard of some great concerts that'll be coming this weekend.
And who will all be in performance?
In Kansas City, actually this spring, we have Ariana Grande in March, we have John Mayer in April, and then the Chainsmokers will be there in May. So a lot of good concerts coming up.
Not too bad. Well, that does it for this week's edition on CAPS 13 News. For more or for archived episodes, you can visit the Pittsburg State website and search broadcasting.
Also visit us on Twitter at CAPS_13. Stay tuned for CAPS 13 for more great programming.